We still have some of this sugya that I don't know if we're coming or going. Rabbi Abu Beshem Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish. This sugya is wild, but Ta'ama de Rabbi Eliezer Daber El Aharon ve'el Banav Ve'gomer Asher yakrivu la'Hashem la'olah Hakol karev olah. So Rabbi Eliezer at the end of the Mishnah said that if you have Devarim Re'uyim Legabe Mizbeach like Yenot, Shemanim, Ofot, Rabbi Eliezer says Yimachiru Letzorchei Oto Amin. Since it's Ra'oi to the Mizbeach, even though it's Kadosh to Bedek Habayit, you should use it, sell it Letzorchei Oto Amin, and use the money for Olot. Why does it go Davka to Olot? Why don't we say that the money should go to Bedek Habayit? So like we said before, Taber la'Aaron ve'Banav ve'Kol bnei Yisrael, ish korbano l'chol nedreim or l'chol nedvotam asher yakrivu laHashem le'olah. It should all go for an olah. Yachol, right? L'tzonechem. The next pasuk says, l'tzonechem tamim zachar babakar bakesavim u'ba'izim. L'tzonechem tamim zachar. What's that coming to teach you? Yachol, I might say, afilu ofot, even birds. You should have to be makriv them themselves. Mishnah says that if there's yenot, shemanim ve'ofot. So I might say that if you have ofot, the off itself should come as an olah. Tamud lomar babakar velo ofot. When we say yimakdish stam, it's only bakar that becomes a korban itself. But ofot don't become a korban itself. Yachol afilu ofot yakriv bidmehem. Or im hekdish of yakrivenu olah. The korban edah gives two explanations for what's yachol afilu ofot. One pshat is maybe it says, let's say I was makdish my nechasim, I had a bag of flour. You sold the flour, you got $1.50. You're not getting a sheep for $1.50. Maybe I'll bring it off and say I'm bringing it as an olah. Tamud lomar babakar. That's one pshat. The second pshat that he says is maybe that if you have, just like if you have a behemah, the behemah itself you use as an olah, according to Rabbi Yoshua, because this Tana clearly holds like Rabbi Yoshua that you makriv, just like the nekeva is sold for tzorchei zivchei shelamim, is sold for shlamim and use the money for olah. So that's Rabbi Yoshua position. Rabbi Yoshua holds the olah itself, the zachar itself goes for an olah. So maybe the ofot, instead of selling it and using the money for olot, maybe you should be makriv it as an olah directly. Yachol afilu ofot sheyakriv bidmehem babakar velo ofot she'enu makriv mikol ma shenadev ela olot behema levad. Okay, so the Gemara continues. Tamud lomar babakar velo ofot. Rabbi Yirmiyah veRabbi Bun Bar Chia havu yatvim ve'amrim taman over there. Amar Rabbi Yochanan ta'amad Rabbi Shimon. The reason why Rabbi Shimon says that only legabe olaf you makdish nekeva, it only gets kedushat aguf if you makdish for an olah. Even though an olah has to be a zachar, nekevot and olot have a slight relationship because olat ta'of could be nekeva. Masha'enken, if you makdish it for Pesach, if you makdish it for a nasham, not related, no good. Right? Sheken nekeva, right? Amar Rabbi Yochanan, ta'amad Rabbi Shimon, that in olah, if you makdish a nekeva for olah, there's a kiddushat aguf. Sheken nekeva sheba'of keshera lavo olah. The nekeva of an off is kasher as an olah. So you see that the nekeva has a tremendous connection to being, the off has a tremendous connection to being an olah. Even if it's a nekeva. V'ko amar hachin, and over here you're making such a drasha that the off can't be karev as an olah. Amar Rabbi Yossi. Amar Rabbi Yossi. Kiyamteh. The taklin chadatin has a whole shot that it's a mistake and it doesn't belong here. It really belongs later, and then he erases the rest of the Gemara. So, if you're not so tzufridin, don't be afraid. The taklin chadatin, he says the shibush, and it doesn't make sense. And how you asking from Rabbi Yochanan and Rish Lakish?
Is always Yerushalmi is very this shibush. It seems that
I can't tell you.
Not cut and paste, no. A lot of Gisel.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Da makdish ofot yimachiru shamina delo nachtilu kiddushat aguf. You see, the kiddushat aguf doesn't go when you makdish ledamim. The imlo ken asurin limacher. You wouldn't be able to sell them. Amr Biosi ki imteh. The reason of Rabbi Eliezer is going to be kehad Amar Rabbi Shmuel b'shem Rabbi Ze'era. Kol she'en yechola likarev lo hi velo dameha lo kacha. If you can't bring it or it's money, it doesn't become kadosh. Lo kacha ela hekdesh tamim. It only became a monetary kedusha. Ve'at amart yeot. So is your question correct? That what? That the it's correct that it should go lebedek abayit. Why? You can't be makrivet dechtiv babakar. When you makdish stam lebedek abayit, the only thing that goes to be nekrav is bakar velofot. Lefdoto enat yachol. You can't be podet even if it gets a mum. If you're going to say it gets kiddushat damim, you won't be able to. She'en la'of pedyon. Why? Because there's no din of ba'alei mumim in an off. Av shenafal bo mum kideita b'torat kohanim. So if there's no din of pedyon la'of, and you're going to say that the kiddushat that you're going to put on this off is going to be kiddushat haguf, you have no way out of it. Bishlam, if you tell me that the animal gets kiddushat haguf. So we have what to do. Like when we said if you makdish, when you makdish a nekeva for an olah, that it gets kiddushat aguf, and you can make timura. So what are you going to do with it? It has kiddushat aguf. You can't just redeem it. So then there's a system. Yir'eh achi yista'ef. Put it out in pasture, let it get a mum, then you redeem it and you use the money for an olah. But if you're going to tell me that this nekeva is kadosh, kiddushat aguf, yet from babakar we're precluded from being makrivet, then I have a dead end. Why? I can't be makrivet, and there's no system for being podeh. So therefore, must be when the Torah said babakar that you can't be makrivet, it means that it's only kadosh kiddushat damim, not kiddushat aguf. Lefum ken tzarich memar lo kacha ela kiddushat damim. Ma she'en ken, when you have, it could be the question is like this. Maybe it's going to clear. Even though you're telling me that you can't be makriv the off as an olah itself, so but let it at least be kiddushat damim. Just like when you had the nekeva le'olah that you said is kiddushat damim because of the off. So he answered him. He says, "Yeah, over there, if it's kadosh kiddushat damim, even though you can't be makriv it, you have a way out. What's the way out? Yirat shista'ef." Mashenken over here, by this off, if you're going to make a kiddushat damim, and babakar says I can't be makriv it, then I'm stuck. I don't have anything to do with it. The funken tzarich memar lo kacha ela kiddushat damim. Havraya b'shem Rabbi Yochanan, the oilam in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, and Rabbi Evu bar Nagri Amar kume Rabbi Ila b'shem Rabbi Yochanan ta'ama dehentana. Now he's going back. The reason of the Tana that said according to Rabbi Shimon, Hamakfrish nekeva le'ola ula'asham ule'pesach en oseh temura, meaning that nothing happened. Rabbi Shimon ben Yehuda, according to Rabbi Shimon, ve'im kol behema teme'a asher lo yakrivu mimenu korban laHashem ve'hemid et hakohen et habehema את בהמיד את הבהמה לפני הכהן. מה תמוד לומר טמאה? What does it have to say טמאה? Meaning, you already told me, אם כל בהמה שלא יקריבו ממנו להשם. What do you have to tell me that it's טמאה? Right? אלא אפילו טמאה באותו השם. Even if it doesn't apply to that Shem, then it's only Kiddushat Damim.
Meaning, to that Shem, meaning, doesn't apply?
No, meaning Nekeva for an Olah.
That's called Teme'ah?
It's Teme'ah Le'oto Hashem. It's Pasul for that Shem. You can't bring a Nekeva as an Olah. Right? Shelo Kara Alav Shem Korban Hara'ui Lo. Hold on. My name? אלא דלה בטמאה ממש משתייך. ואפילו טמאה באותו השם, שעכשיו שם טמאה עליה. He's explaining it differently. It's a different shot. Okay, so we say the kashya. There's a problem. Beda ketiv in the pasuk that you're trying to bring it from. It says v'he'amida kohen et habehema lefnei Hashem ve'ericha kohen ota ben tov lera. And that we're not saying you have to do that by bedek habayit. I think that's the problem. Kashya beda ketiv v'he'amid v'he'erich betmiha v'chi korban kazeh shehu tam ba'i ha'amada v'ha'aracha. When you makdish a nekeva for the olah, does it need ha'amada v'ha'aracha? Ta b'sefer da kira ketiv v'he'amid v'erich. וכאן ממה נפשך לא באי העמדה והערכה? או שאינו קדוש כלל, או שהוא עצמו קרב למזבח. So what he's learning, that according to Rabbi Shimon ben Yehuda, it's not even kadosh kiddushat damim.
He's going backwards. Yeah.
What does Rabbi Oxwell say? Downloaded Rav Chaim's sefer over here. Hold on. והעמיד והעריך המהתם היפוך שמינן והעמיד והעריך בקודשי מזבח כתיב וכשוממו דבעי העמדה והערכה. Read it. Number 9.
We said that straight. Don't sit.
וכי לגבי פדיון זה בהמת קדשים דמים ולא מום, הרי הכתוב שאתה דורש כמקור לדעת רבי שמעון, בו עצמו נאמר דין העמדה והערכה. You can't say Rabbi Shimon, you'll say that you need. Rabbi Shimon holds Ha'amada and Haracha only applies if it had Kiddushat Haguf. Mishnah Temurah says, according to Rabbi Shimon, אין בכלל העמדה והערכה אלא קודשי מזבח ולא קודשי בדק הבית. Meaning it's not, some Tanaim hold that a behemat bedek habayit needs ha'amada v'aracha, but Rabbi Shimon himself holds that it doesn't. Rabbi Shimon himself holds ha'amada v'aracha means that they have to make like a special evaluation process with the behemat there, can't be dead, whatever the rules are, right? Rabbi Shimon holds that chiyuv is only by kiddushat haguf. So therefore you can't tell me that Rabbi Shimon is saying that this behema is only Kiddushat Damim, and therefore it's not Oseh Temurah. Right? That's like it's hand in hand. If it's Kiddushat Haguf, it makes Temurah. If Kiddushat Damim does make Temurah. If it's Kiddushat Haguf, it's Yireh Chiyas Ta'ef. But Rabbi Shimon is saying it's not. It does make Temurah. It's not Yireh Chiyas Ta'ef. Kiddushat Haguf. Rabbi Shimon holds the chiyuv ha'ma'adah and haracha is only by kiddushat haguf. If you're going to learn this rule that nekeva lepischo is not hal, and tell me it comes from this pasuk be'emat temeh, be'emat it says v'he'emid v'he'eri, it's not a good limud. Won't work. So it seems it's then. Rabbi Ze'ira b'shem Rabbi Elazar lo amar ken. He didn't say like that. אלא ואם כל בהמה שלא יקריבו ממנו קורבן להשם, כל שאין ראוי להיקרב לא כאן ולא במקום אחר, אין עושה תמורה. יצאת נקבה לעולה, אף על פי שאין ראויה להיקרב כאן, ראוי להיקרב במקום אחר. Meaning he uses this pasuk not to learn the reason of Rabbi Shimon, Rabbi Shemuel, what's his name, Shimon ben Yehuda? Rash ben Yehuda, according to Rabbi Shimon, that says that it's not kadosh at all. But Adrabah, to learn the reason of the one that holds that it is kadosh for an olah. Even though this korban can't be what this is, it can't be an olah. It's ro'oi likarev, it can be kadosh for shelamim. Since it can be kadosh for shelamim, kiddushat haguf goes on it. Could be he's the reason of the Tanakama. We did everything. Everything else is not it's easy. Right? So you're going to tell me, since it goes, here look in the Korban Eidah. Hachi garsinan, yatsa nekeva shebe'olah, v'achi pirusho. Im ekdish nekeva le'olah, harehi re'uya lemizbeach, l'shem shelamim. So the Gemara says, Rabbi Abun v'Rabbi Bun ba'un kamer Rabbi Zera harei harovea v'hanirba she'enam re'uyim likarev lo kam v'lo b'makom acher v'harei en osim temura. One of the pisulim of a korban is if the animal was nirba by a person or it was rovea, and if you makdish a rovea, the kiddusha is hal, it's just pasul. But according to your rule, kol she'enu ro'i likarev lo kam v'lo b'makom acher, it doesn't get a kiddushat haguf. We should say that harovea v'hanirba, that hikdishan le'olah, or for anything should not be kadosh kiddushat haguf. Look in the Korban Eidah. Harei harovea v'hanirba detani v'tosefta Perek